But there are teams that are interested in Paul Millsap and what he can bring to their team. The 4 teams that are interested in getting him are the Warriors, the Nets, Chicago, and the Clippers. In your opinion, what team do you think fits Paul Millsap the best, and which team can he contribute to the most?
It's got to be my guys, man. It's got to be the Bulls. I think.
For both questions?
What was the first question?
Contribute more
and fit.
Best fit.
Oh, well, contribute more. I feel like the Clippers already have that in Nicholas Batum. They already have kind of like a Paul Millsap type guy.
Okay.
Then Marcus Morris is there too. So I don't fit. He would be a good fit, but I don't think he would get a lot of minutes there. And then what was the 2 teams you mentioned?
Bulls, Nets.
The Nets, Warriors, and
the Nets. I don't know. I feel like the Nets with Claxton, BG. They just got James Johnson. I mean, he can definitely be used, but I don't really think he'll be a good fit. But I don't think they need him right now. So I really think that my boys, Chicago, we need a guy like that, somebody with veteranship, some leadership. He has intangibles that couldn't be used. He can teach guys. He's been in deep playoff runs. He's been to the ECF. He's been to the WCF. He's been in the playoffs for a long time. He's been
battle tested.
He's been on 60-win teams with the Hawks. He's been in an All-Star game. So he has a lot of knowledge that he could bring to that game. And plus, like you named our bench before, Kobe White, Alex Caruso, DJJ, Tony Bradley, and another guy that
Troy Brown Jr.
Oh my God, Troy Brown Jr. I think we can get Paul Millsap, and he can be one of those guys that come off the bench and still he's a good passer, he's a good shooter, he's a good defender, he's a good rebounder. So you get somebody like that can that's a bit of a jack of all trades. Chicago, man, best fit, best place, man, easily.
I'm surprised you didn't say the Warriors. Because that's what
I
I'm
feel like
thinking.
Kuminga and Moses Moody, and then.
But I think he would be the small ball 5 there and replace Kayvon Looney.
That's what I'm thinking too. And defensively,
You think he'll start over
I don't know.
Kayvon Looney?
No, I don't.
Whoa.
Know. Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Stop.
I would have no problem with him starting over Kayvon Looney.
That I agree with that
You guys
sentiment.
gotta
but
watch
I
Kayvon Looney.
exactly,
Come on, man,
Kayvon-
stop it.
Kayvon actually is
Defensively,
pretty
he's
solid
better
yeah.
than
He's not
Millsap
better
right
than
now.
Millsap.
No, I'm saying
No,
defensively.
he is not.
You're crazy.
No, he's not.
Millsap's pretty nice defensively, though.
Come on, bro.
I'm not saying he's. I mean, it's.
We're talking about
it's
Kayvon
close.
Looney right now, bro.
Kayvon Looney's not bad. He's just
Serious.
I watched the Warriors.
Kayvon Looney's like 6'9".
What the hell
Millsap
is 6'7"?
Millsap is 6'7", but he can shoot the 3 ball.
That's fair.
But I'll say even off the bench, you could start Wiseman again. See,
So
if
you have
he's
Wiseman
developed.
and you have Kayvon Looney. They're not losing. They're not going to give Kayvon Looney's minutes to anybody but Wiseman.
Yeah.
I'm not
If
even trying to be
Wiseman
funny.
starts and Millsap is off the bench, small ball 5, and Kayvon Looney doesn't get burned, I'd be fine
I
with
don't
that.
think the
I'm
Warriors
saying
want
the
that
Warriors
either.
will not. Kerr is going to play Kayvon
They've been
Looney.
loyal to Kayvon for
Yeah, he's
years
gonna play.
now.
Come on, bro. They started him last year. He's going to play.
All right,
Paul
so
Millsap.
then that's what I'm saying. I think Paul Millsap would be a firm pickup for the Warriors. Fit wise, probably get the most burn out of all the. I feel like he'd probably get burn on the Bulls too. Definitely not the Nets, but for the Warriors' sake, their big thing, other than obviously being the best shooting team in the league, is defense. Paul Millsap is a solid defender. I want to say a few years ago he had a defensive rating of 102, something like that. That's pretty amazing.
It's tough, especially in this era.
And especially that you have Draymond on that squad. Like you mentioned, Kayvon Looney, a solid defender. You just add to that front court with Paul Millsap, who can stretch the floor, shoot the 3, which only plays into exactly what the Warriors do as a squad.
I just feel like they already have that in JTA.
I agree, but Millsap is definitely more proven,
And that's-
has the
and
experience, would
you gotta-
allow a guy like him to
you gotta think about
learn
you-
more
you
about
would
the
want-
game too.
The bench would be Kuminga,
Moody,
Poole, Millsap, JTA, and Looney.
That's not horrible.
Then you rush out a 5-man of Poole, Moody, let's say Kuminga, he's going to play, and then
Listen,
JTA
you gotta
and
stop.
Millsap.
You gotta stop.
I'm
man.
not saying Millsap is
We
bad.
didn't say Otto Porter either.
Otto Porter probably
Another
start.
one.
No, you gotta stop. You
Because
gotta
Clay's not
stop.
coming back until Christmas.
I don't know about that.
You gotta stop with this JTA and Looney are playing over Millsap. That's Paul Millsap.
No, Looney is going to play. No, I'm not saying play. Looney is going to play. He's going to play. You can say whatever you want.
No, Looney's gonna play.
Looney
Yes.
is going to play.
Yes.
JTA has earned his spot where he's going to play too. I'm not saying over Millsap.
If Millsap gets there,
But that front
spot
court
is
is
taken.
terrible.
But he's a better Toscano Anderson.
No, he's better.
But that's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't you take Millsap, especially the guy who could make Toscano also better, just being in the
Look,
locker room?
I agree that I think the Warriors do have a loaded front court because if Millsap gets there, now you're taking minutes away from either Kuminga or Porter. Bielitsa's there too. You know, what is he going to do? I'm not quite too sure. Chicago, you're right. I think that, you know, he can improve their bench a lot. Will it be enough to be better than what the Knicks have going on? It won't be enough, but they'll be much improved.
When's that bet dropping? Who finishes higher seeding? Bulls or Knicks?
We didn't even discuss that bet yet.
It's on. We were talking
That's about to be a topic soon,
We're focused on the Hawks right now.
Yeah.
I think Millsap would help them. You know, Kobe White, Millsap, I think are pretty cool. I think Caruso's not that good, man. I'm just going to be honest. I think he's okay, but
he went from not that good.
He is not that good, man. If he's your backup point guard, I think you need to reconsider who
you guys
is.
Run 40+ games with Elfrid Payton. We'll be fine, bro.
Yeah, and
we'll be
Caruso
fine.
is eons better than
we'll be
Elfrid
fine,
Payton's
bro.
I don't know if it's eons better.
Eons is crazy.
He is.
He's better, but Eons
He's
is
better.
Nah,
slightly.
I'm sorry. Elfrid Payton could be out of the league next season. He's trash.
He's on the Suns.
Really?
Yeah.
How much burn is he going to get on the Suns?
So I'm not sure, but I'm saying he's on the Suns.
Okay.
I'm saying that Caruso, come on, man. He's mediocre.
He benefited off of LeBron.
Not that he benefited. I just think he's mediocre. You know, I know he's become this meme and this fan favorite, but in all honesty, he's an average player. He's probably below average, honestly.
Love you, Caruso.
He's not a starting point guard and below average backup, in my opinion.
Below average?
Below average backup?
Yeah,
God damn.
Is he better than Gigi Augustine?
He's better than Elfrid Payton. You started him. Like, stop doing that.
DJ Augustine's a backup. Is he hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
What is Corey Joseph in the NBA?
A backup point guard.
Is he a good backup point guard?
He's okay.
He's okay. Is Caruso
They're on the same level.
Is Caruso better than Is Caruso better than Corey Joseph?
They're probably on the same level.
You
Caruso's
so?
a little bit better. Maybe because of
No,
defense.
I think Corey Joseph is better.
Why?
Yeah, why? Please. That's a really good
He's
question.
a better playmaker and he can shoot better.
Okay,
than
but Caruso's
Caruso.
a better defender. That's where
Caruso's
his
not a bad
niche
shooter.
is.
Joseph
either.
is not a bad defender though.
But Caruso's better.
Caruso
He's a good
nice.
Why
passer.
do y'all think he's like lockup, bro? He's not lockup.
He's a better defender than Corey Joseph.
Maybe slightly, but he's not lockup,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
So I'm just saying.
What did Caruso do to you?
Didn't do nothing,
Is
but
it
I
because
just
he was
think
on the list
he's
over
just
RJ?
so overhyped.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
it's
it was.
definitely-
so
yeah.
That's what it
overhyped.
was.
He's so overhyped. I would like that for Chicago, but I'm really upset at what you guys said about the Nets. You guys brushed off the Nets like you brushed them off. You brushed them off completely when you said that you don't think he's going to get burned on the Nets. Why? Why wouldn't he get burned on the Nets?
Because then Claxton gets thrown to the side, and that's all Nets fans have been talking about is Claxton is
I
up
double down
next.
on that.
If Claxton, why would Claxton get thrown to the side though?
Because then who else is
I double
Blake
down.
getting tossed to the side?
I double down.
Well,
Obviously.
Blake can be the 4 or
KD
a
plays
5
the 4
either.
too, though. There.
But KD can play the 3 though.
But he's most likely
we know
playing
KD's
the 4.
interchangeable. But okay, who's the Nets backup centers though?
Let me see. Let's see. Okay, so Kyrie. Let's say Harden.
No, let's not even talk about them. Let's just talk about the front court. DeAndre Jordan, they're already talking about buying him out and getting rid of him.
The guys are getting him in. So Claxton.
So
BG,
right
KD.
now the centers are Blake Claxton, Day'Ron Sharpe, DeAndre Jordan, and at the 4 spot, you know, you got KD, but behind KD is who?
BG.
Alize Johnson,
James Johnson,
Kessler Edwards, Raekwon Gray.
Cam's a 3.
It's
I'm
a bunch
assuming.
of
Cam's a 3.
Cam's a 2. Cam Thomas is
he's
2.
like
Okay.
6'2".
No, he's
Is he
6'4",
really?
bro. He's 6'4". He's 6'4".
Okay.
He's not 6'4".
Yes, he is 6'4".
He's not 6'4".
Search it up, Drew.
Is he
Come on.
6'4"? Really?
Yes, he's 6'4".
He seems so little.
Come on, man. He's taller than James Bucknight.
James is 6'5", bro.
Oh, yeah, he's not taller than James Bucknight. But I'm just saying, with the Nets, I think Paul Millsap is the perfect Nets player in terms of he can be their small ball 5. He can
6'5".
be their 4.
Oh, okay. You mean perfect Nets fair as in opposed to like just a guy who can go.
I mean,
there
we
and do
know
nothing?
that Paul Millsap, he's a great defender. He can shoot the ball. With the Nets, I think he's a better defender than Blake. So if he goes to the Nets, he can be that small ball 5. And even if you place him at the 4, if you have a lineup out there
So
of
if he's
Kyrie,
a small ball 5, where is Claxton gonna be? Because BG's a small ball 5.
I mean, the other day on this podcast, you told me that you don't think Claxton is starting.
But my point
But I'm
is,
talking to you
believe,
though.
exactly,
You believe that.
Claxton's
So I'm speaking
nice.
to you.
Which
I
I'm
think
not saying he's
Claxton.
not
I
good,
think Claxton
but
is good.
So this is year 3. When like what?
I think Claxton is good,
Gonna
but
toss him to the
we
side?
all know that the Nets closing lineup isn't going to feature Claxton. They're going to feature a guy who can space the floor.
I agree.
Which is why Blake plays a 5. But if you have Millsap, now you can have Kyrie, KD,
So basically just plug
Harden.
in Millsap.
Yeah, Millsap and Blake, because you know Joe Harris disappears in late game moments. You can have that lineup. And Blake Griffin, he's not known to be the most durable guy throughout his career.
Sure.
So having Paul Millsap there is perfect. I think he's the perfect Nets player. You can plug him in. And I'll be honest, I like Blake Griffin, but I'm not comfortable with him starting at the 5. That's why I would start
Why are you
Claxton.
not comfortable?
I'm just not comfortable with him starting at the
Like
5.
in terms of in the East, like
I just think that off the bench he's much better. I think he's much better off the bench. I'm more comfortable with starting Millsap than Blake because I think I get more defense with Millsap, and he's not much of a rim protector, but he does get vertical at times, but he's definitely an upgrade over Blake because Blake has small arms, so he can't contest shots as well as Millsap. And even though Blake shot well last year from 3, I trust Millsap's track record from 3 more than I do Blake's.
BG guarded Giannis pretty well for the most part.
For the first 2 games, and then
Millsap won't do. Is Millsap really going to do better?
No.
He'll do better. What? Yeah, he will do better.
What's better?
But he's old. He is old.
He's 36.
Yeah,
he's old.
That's like.
Wait, why'd you say the age like it was going to be young or something?
You're telling me he's old when the top 10 oldest players in the league are on the Lakers.
I knew you were going to do that.
There's like five of 10 Lakers that are
10,
30 that are like on top 10
baby.
oldest in the league.
It's going to be,
I'm just saying I think Chicago's a good place, but I think the best team that he can contribute the most to is the Nets. I really do think that.
In terms of what though? 'Cause I feel like he's going to get more burn with us.
I would get more burn with you.
We don't have a bench big.
You don't think that Millsap can be the Nets 6 man?
No, because I think Joe Harris would be.
Yep.
If he starts.
And then Patty Mills.
Because right now their projected starting lineup is Harden, Kyrie, Harris, KD, Blake.
So then you got Mills on the bench and then Millsap.
So Mills,
it'll be kind of same like us.
Claxton.
Yeah, okay.
But I do Bruce Brown, but I don't think Bruce Brown is getting that 6-man role because we know Bruce Brown is
in the playoffs. He did have that 6-man role.
He started for them.
Did he really?
You told us Joe wasn't going to start. You did. Don't.
I did say that because I wouldn't start Joe because I think Bruce Brown is better defensively. I think they started Bruce Brown at the 5 in the playoffs. I could be wrong about that.
I believe they did.
Yeah, they started Bruce Brown at the 5,
which is terrible.
Which is why I think they need a big man. We know that the Nets, their problem all year long was a big man, and even though Millsap isn't 7 foot, I think he can fill that small ball role, and that would be an upgrade. And I'm hoping that Claxton develops in his 3rd year. He adds more muscle. Why are you hoping? Because even though I think Blake and Millsap are small ball fives.
But why are you hoping?
Because I want the Nets to win a chip.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to get that out. Oh, okay.
Yes,
I wanted to make that be very known to the media why you hope.
Yeah, because I'm a James Harden fan. That's my favorite guy.
I just wanted to make that be known.
All Knicks fans are screaming.
Just wanted to make that be
If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I've been saying this for a while. I mean, James Harden is my guy. He's my guy.
Is he your guy over the Knicks? Like, if it's Harden or the Knicks, who are you taking?
If the Knicks are championship contenders,
if they're both champions, who are you taking?
The Nets are playing the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who are you taking?
Who are you rooting for right now? Give me an answer. This is enough for me to. You don't even have to say a word.
The fact that you're thinking about it means James Harden.
This.
I'm rooting for James Harden.
I knew it.
Oh my God!
You're not
rooting for James Harden.
Oh my God! Oh, that's
no
tough.
way.
I'm rooting for James Harden.
How could you do that to New York?
Because it's James Harden. That's my guy. That's my guy.
In New York?
That's my guy.
I respect it.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I respect
I've been through
the
hell
only
and
thing
back
I respect is the
Harden.
honesty.
No, I respect.
That's it.
James Harden's his guy.